Deptford High School. Comcast Cable presents high school football. Today, a Colonial Conference contest between neighborhood rivals Woodbury High School and host West Deptford. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Schreck along with Sean Lurie, and a beautiful day for a season opener, Sean, and kind of a change of venue because this game was scheduled to be played at Woodbury High School, changed 24 hours earlier because of Hurricane Floyd, making the Woodbury field kind of unplayable. Any advantage for West Deptford moving it here?
No, I don't think there's an advantage for West Deptford to come here. But the grass, it's nice out there. I walked onto the field, and there was a couple spots, a couple patches that had some grass missing. But I don't think it's going to be advantage to West Deptford. I think it's just going to be a pretty good, well-played game, and I don't think the field or the wind conditions are going to be a problem for either team.
Woodbury, of course, coming off one of its most memorable seasons, Sean. They won the sectional Group 1 championship a year ago. A tremendous season, both offensively and defensively. They lose some key guys. Any chance to repeat?
Yeah, they have a chance to repeat. Marcus Money is a pure pocket passer, and he steps in for Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent, they're going to lose 2,600 yards from last year. But Marcus Money, he was a wide receiver. He's now a quarterback, and he's a good passer. He also can run the ball, and they have some skilled positional players that are coming back from last year.
Jim Boyd in his 10th season as head coach at Woodbury. Willie Murray is assistant head coach. They have a great staff at Woodbury. That means a lot.
Oh, it sure does mean a lot. In high school football, the coaches really make a team. They retool, they rebuild, but you need the players to win the game. But coaches really make the difference in high school football.
West Deptford coming off a 4-6 season a year ago, Sean. They played Woodbury tough last year, losing 26-14. But Clyde Folsom, their head coach, feels that this could be a big surprise to this Eagle team in the Colonial Conference.
Well, it could be a big surprise. West Deptford comes in with a lot of skilled positions players coming back. Brett Holmes rushed for over 900 yards last year, and in their game against Woodbury, he rushed for 169 yards. Look for a big day from him. They also have Overton coming back and their quarterback, Dave Murnane. So they have the players to come back and to beat this Woodbury team.
Okay, we could have a good one. Of course, this is a big rivalry game, too. These schools just a couple of miles apart. It'll be Woodbury and West Deptford kicking off in the Colonial Conference in 1999, right after this. Colonial Conference football from West Deptford High School. Sean Leary and Bob Schreck. The Thundering Herd of Woodbury visiting the Eagles of West Deptford High School today. And this game originally was scheduled for the season opener at Woodbury High School. But, of course, Hurricane Floyd visiting us this week in Gloucester County. And the Woodbury field was rendered unplayable because of the Francis Creek, and it overflowed and kind of messed up the field a little bit. So West Deptford gracious enough to take the game over, Sean.
Oh yeah, West Deptford. The field looks really nice. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. The field looks like it's in great shape. You would never know that a hurricane blew through here, and there is no sign of any wind, which usually comes after a hurricane. So we have a beautiful day here. It should be a great game for football.
Woodbury will kick off to West Deptford. Vincent Allen will do the kickoff chores for Woodbury High School. Woodbury coming off the sectional Group 1 championship a year ago. They had a spectacular season. Ryan Kent, of course, with just a tremendous year for Woodbury quarterback, also defensively. And West Deptford coming off a 4-6 season, but talked to Clyde Folsom before the game. He believes this West Deptford team could surprise a lot of people this season. Kevin Overton, the deep man for West Deptford High School. We're about ready to start the 1999 Scholastic football season in Gloucester County on Comcast. Short kickoff. Overton will take it at his own 9-yard line. And Overton tackled, good downfield tackle on his specialty teams by Daniel Caroma of Woodbury High School. And West Deptford will take over on its own 20-yard line. Dave Murnane runs the offense for West Deptford High School, veteran quarterback who has looked very good in the preseason. West Deptford with a couple of impressive performances in the scrimmages against Kingsway and Delsey Regional High Schools. Murnane at quarterback. Of course, the guy to watch is Brett Holmes. He had 169 yards in the Woodbury game a year ago. And he gets a handoff and gets some good yardage, dragging tacklers with him. Outstanding first run by Brett Holmes, who has picked up 20 pounds this year, Sean.
Yeah, he's gained a little bit of weight, and he says that's going to help him inside the tackles. And on that trap play you just seen there, they like to run that Delaware Salyer around the left side or the right side with Overton, or hand the ball off inside. There they're able to gain a first down.
15-yard pickup for Holmes on the first play of the season for West Defford.
Mark McGilberry with the tackle.
First down and 10, West Defford just underway. Same play, and nothing doing this time. The middle of the Woodbury line doing the job. The tacklers led by Robert Duffield. No gain. It'll be second down and 10 for West Defford. Could not have a prettier day for a high school football game. Temperatures in the low 70s, not a cloud in the sky. And this was 2 days after one of the heaviest rains ever to hit Gloucester County. Second and 10. The lone back set behind Murnane is Holmes. Good play here, outstanding play, a run by Kevin Overton, who had a great preseason. He's one of the senior veterans. And he carries the ball across the 45-yard line to about the 47. Excuse me, the 40, I'll spot that at the 42-yard line.
We'll make it second or third and about 2 for the Eagles.
2 for a first down, third down and 2 for West Defford after the 8-yard pickup by Overton.
That's a play they like to run at Delaware Sally, where they come to the outside with Kevin Overton. That's worked the best for him during the preseason.
Holmes going absolutely nowhere. They will not get the first down. The right side of the Woodbury line doing the job. Again, Duffield leading the tacklers. And Woodbury holds after West Defford picks up 1 first down. Excellent defensive job by Woodbury after a couple of big gainers for the Eagles of West Defford High School.
Now, Bob, this is the area for both teams which can decide a game like this. It's early in this first game of the season. Special teams haven't had a chance to practice too much. Look for a couple of big plays on special teams, especially on the West Defford side.
Jason Williams, the punter for West Defford. Nelson, the deep man for Woodbury. It'll be a high punt, not returnable. And it'll be down at about the 36-yard line, giving Woodbury good field position on its first possession of the football game. 8:18 to play, first period, no score, West Defford and Woodbury. Now, West Defford had a couple of good runs in that series, Sean, but when it counted, the Woodbury defense up to the task.
Yeah, they have the running backs to break a couple of big plays. But
Marcus Money at quarterback for Woodbury had a good preseason, has big shoes to fill. Ryan Kent graduating. And big gainer here, outstanding run on the first carry for Chuck Adair. He's a senior, one of the leaders, another veteran on this Woodbury team, and he has a nice gainer up to the 46-yard line. Just short of a first down. They're looking at it. It'll be second down and 1 for the Thundering Herd at the 46. Woodbury always has a raft of fast backs.
And Chucky Adair is one of them. He can play a number of positions, including quarterback.
The familiar Woodbury High School wishbone offense. Money at the controls. Good job bouncing off the first tackler as Jim Hogan had a beat on the ball carrier, but a good job by Arlo Nelson getting the first down, and an injured West Defford player down at about midfield. So the first down at the 49-yard line, but the injured West Defford player appears to be Pat McAfee, number 73. So we have timeout on the field with 8:37 to play in the first quarter, and no score. Woodbury with his first possession of the football game. High school football just underway in Gloucester County. And Comcast happy to bring you a full schedule of games this fall.
Can't afford to lose Pat McAfee.
We'll take time out from from West Effort High School. We're early in the first quarter, no score. Woodbury and West Effort. We'll be right back. Pat McAfee okay running off under his own power. It'll be first down and 10 for Woodbury at its own 49-yard line. Money with the pitch. And the carry by Nelson. Good yardage across midfield down to about the West Effort 45-yard line. So the Woodbury offense looking crisp in its first possession. The pickup of 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4 at the Eagle 45-yard line.
They attack that left side with McAfee going out and Dante Bowman coming in.
Nelson again picking his way. Only gets about a yard. Excellent tackle by Isaac Okai. A gain of only a yard in the play, so that'll create a third down and 3 for Woodbury High School.
Folsom knows this is a key part of the game. Last year they were able to convert 3 third down conversions with Ryan Kenna quarterback. Now this is Money's turn to see if he can put something together here.
So big third down call coming up for the Thundering Herd. Third down and 3. Again, the good fake by Money. He has some field. He'll get the first down and a lot more. Marcus Money will be finally chased out of bounds, but a huge gain and an outstanding 3rd and 3 call with West Effort's defense looking for the ball up the middle. Marcus Money on a bootleg takes it down to the 29-yard line. Pick up on the play a 15 and a first down. A good play, Sean.
That was a beautiful play. Faking the handoff to the fullback and the halfback and running to that left side. West Effort defense bit for the fake. There was no one on that right side.
Clyde Folsom, the West Effort coach, a little bit concerned about this first Woodbury possession as they reel off a couple of first downs. Nelson has some room on the left side. Good cut back inside, and he has good yardage. Down across the 25 to about the 22-yard line. It'll be a second down and 3, and the Woodbury attack strictly on the ground so far, being very effective against this West Effort defense.
Nelson moves the ball up to the 26-yard line. Correction, 21-yard line. Second and about 3.
Second down and 3. Woodbury High School. They have a nice drive going here midway in the first quarter. The pitch to Nelson, getting a lot of work, trying to get to the outside, being chased. Tries to cut it back inside, unable to do it. Good pursuit on the play. Jim Hogan, number 45. And also in on the play, Bob Weinhardt. So a loss back to the 24 of 3 yards, and that'll make it a third down and about 5.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Bob Weinhardt to sniff that out. There was really no place for the ball carrier to go.
Possible first passing down of the game for Woodbury. Money has thrown the ball well in the preseason, but no passes yet in the regular season. They'll keep it on the ground. Quick hitter, and they may have the first down. Good run on the play by Vincent Allen, another senior leader on this Woodbury club. And he is first down. First down for Woodbury at the 18-yard line. Out of 3 first downs in this sequence. 6 minutes, 37 seconds to play first quarter. No score, but Woodbury threatening. First and 10, Woodbury. Money keeps it. Hauled down from behind. On another good tackle by Jim Hogan, who has been on 3 tackles already here in the first quarter. Money gets yardage down inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Pick up on the play of about 4. It'll be second and 6 for the Thundering Herd. Everything on the ground so far for Woodbury, chewing up the clock. Marcus Money He's a big one, 6'3", 185 pounds. He's a senior, and of course, a very versatile football player, able to convert the quarterback this season, as Woodbury needed one after Kent graduated. Huge hole. And a penalty flag is thrown, and then into the end zone for the apparent touchdown. Rivera, but Rivera picked up the, what, he picked up the fumble or what?
It looked like, no, that's Dante, that is Arthur Lewis, actually, who picked up the ball.
It could be a moot point here as the penalty flag is now. Woodbury backing up. This penalty is going to go against the Thundering Herd. A holding call. So the big yardage and apparent touchdown nullified on the first penalty of the football game, and it's a big one against Woodbury. The referee today's game, John Finelli, Medford resident, working this game.
Illegal use of the hands against the offense. 10 yards, sliding the foul, second down.
And second down for Woodbury after the first penalty of the football game.
Second and about 13.
Second and 13 for Woodbury. Allen, the only back set now behind Money. They use some motion. Money with the option. Money has some room. Money dragged down from behind, but a good gain again by Marcus Money, who's having a very successful first drive here, and the advance down inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. Close to a first down, and I think they're going to measure this one. So an apparent 13-yard pickup for Marcus Money. They are inside the 10-yard line. Woodbury looks very crisp offensively, Sean.
Yeah, this is a difference from last year's game. West Effort, their first possession, they were able to drive it on the ground, right down Woodbury's throats. This year, Woodbury's able to run the ball very successfully. Marcus Money, 35 yards already on 3 carries.
Money's 13-yard pickup results in the first down at the 8-yard line. First down and goal for Woodbury. They have 4 first downs on this first possession, and we're all the way down to 4:05 to play in the first quarter. Now West Effort wants a timeout. So no score, but Woodbury with the first real threat of the football game. Timeout from West Effort High School. No score. We'll be right back. Woodbury with an impressive drive, its first possession of the football game. They have a first and goal at the 8-yard line. Sean Leary and Bob Shryock bringing you Colonial Conference action. Nelson breaks one tackle, still on his feet. He's close in for the touchdown. 8-yard touchdown run by Arlo Nelson comes at the 4:05 mark of the first quarter, and Woodbury jumps on top of West Effort 6-0 on a very impressive drive, Sean. Everything on the ground.
Everything on the ground, and it wasn't one specific play. They used the beautiful 17-yard run on a naked bootleg with Money. They ran inside the tackles. They also had a couple pitches outside the tackles. A really nice-looking drive to start this game.
Tim Anderson, one of the fine young kickers in South Jersey, had a big freshman season, only a sophomore now. He's out of the hold of Jacob Bowe. Looks like this one is blocked. It'll be no good. West Effort gets excellent penetration and apparently blocks the extra point try. And it stands at 6-0 for Woodbury. In on the play was Kevin Overton of West Effort High School. I believe he got a hand on the football. So with 4:05 to play in the first, it's Woodbury 6 and West Effort nothing. So the question was, could Woodbury throw the ball as effectively as they threw it last year with Ryan Kent having such a magnificent senior season? Well, the answer so far is they don't have to, because what an impressive ground attack by Woodbury on his first possession of the football game.
And a good strategy by Jim Boyd, Woodbury coach. One would think with Money's arm, they were going to come out and loosen him up a little bit and open the game up passing.
So West Effort finds itself trailing 6-0. Clyde Folsom had a talk with him before the game, really happy with the way his team performed in the preseason. They scrimmaged Kingsway, Delsey, and Delran, and he said quite candidly, we didn't lose any of them. So obviously playing teams of that caliber to not be defeated, pretty impressive for the West Effort Eagles. Very happy with almost everything he saw. He feels he needs some help at the defensive end position, but they're solid and veteran at many of the positions. So West Effort will get its second possession of the football game. Vincent Allen kicking off for Woodbury High School. And Overton, the deep man, in the middle for West Effort. Low kick. Picked up by Mancuso, and a pretty good return to about the 28-yard line. The carrier on the play was Jamie Gonzalez. So West Effort with possession at second of the ball game. They had a first down the first time they had it before they had to punt it away. They'll start now from their 29-yard line with Dave Bernane at the controls.
Bernane last year threw the ball 400 yards and over 450 yards on the ground with 10 total touchdowns. So he can get the job done.
Well, they tried up the middle, but that Woodbury line, since the first couple of West Effort plays, has really acquitted itself well. A number of people into the tackle. Kanan Noon among them for West Effort. He is a senior, 220-pounder, had a big season last year. Pickup of a little less than a yard. We'll call it second down and 9, ball at the 29. Neither team has thrown the ball yet. Bernane back to pass. Getting a big rush. Fires it over the middle. Almost picked off. Penalty marker is down, however.
Dave Bernane's pass is incomplete. There is a penalty marker.
Quadruple coverage on the intended receiver. So the officials conferring with the referee, John Finelli. Receiver downfield, that'll be a penalty against West Effort, and they'll march this one off back to the 24-yard line.
5 yards.
Move the ball back to the 25-yard line. Make it second and about
3:13 to play in the first, 6-0 lead, Woodbury. So now a second down and 14 for the Eagles. Woodbury really strong. Tremendous job on the corner by Tim Rivera of Woodbury High School. That was just a great play. He read that all the way, Sean.
Yeah, he sniffed that one out, and it looked like number 28, number 28, Sean Knight, missed his block by the time the guard was pulling on the play.
So the loss back to the 25-yard line. It'll be third down. And about 14 for West Effort. Now Bernane may be forced to throw the football. They keep it on the ground. Nice run this time, but it's well short of the first one. The ball carrier for West Effort, Kevin Overton, but West Effort will be forced to punt as again the Woodbury defense does the job.
Folsom wants to have control of the field position. He doesn't want to put his quarterback in a situation there where he takes a sack. He wants to get a couple yards and give the ball back to Woodbury and not put his team in any bad situations.
Number 12,
Jason Williams, the kicker.
Tim Rivera is the return man for Woodbury.
Rivera deep for Woodbury High School. Good snap. A better punt this time. Rivera looking for the good bounce, doesn't get it, so it'll roll dead at the 42-yard line. So Woodbury with its second possession of the first quarter, and a good field position at the 42-yard line with 1:41 to play in the first, and Woodbury with a very effective ground attack scored in its first possession. They lead at 6-0. Pretty good crowd on hand. It kind of assembled late because with about 15 minutes before kickoff, there were only about a couple hundred people here. Pretty good crowd now. We look across the field to the Woodbury stands. They thought they were going to be the home team today. Nelson cutting it back inside, gets a couple of yards to about the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 3, 2nd and 7, Woodbury with 1:28 and the clock running in the first.
You get to see Woodbury's all-conference wide receiver, Matt Giles.
Woodbury's been so effective on the ground, I guess they haven't felt the need to throw the football yet, but they do have a couple of good receivers. Penalty marker down. Money with a great run. He'll have first down yardage. However, penalty marker down in the Woodbury backfield. So Money with another good run, and he's had a big first quarter running the football, but this one may come back. Motion penalty against Woodbury will back up the Thundering Herd after Money makes another nice run.
Hogan has been all over the field now with 4 tackles. The West Effort linebacker. Bob, West Effort has to take advantage of these penalties, pin Woodbury back and get him to punt the football.
Well, back at the 40-yard line, 2nd down and about 12 to go for a first down. Under a minute in the first quarter. Difference in the football game so far, Woodbury's ability to run the football. Clyde Folsom with his charges along the line. Clyde has done an outstanding job here as head football coach at West Effort. The program was sorted down when he took over, and he's helped build it back up. Money to throw, penalty again. Money over the middle, and this one is intercepted and returned inside the Woodbury 50 by Chris Cooper. Let's see how this penalty goes, because obviously if it's against Woodbury, West Effort will decline it and take the football in Woodbury territory. So this is a big call. And it is against Woodbury. So Money's first pass is completed. Unfortunately, it's completed to the opposition. And an interception by Chris Cooper gives West Effort its best field position of the first quarter at the 48-yard line. That could be a big play for the Eagles.
And Money be the first one to tell you probably shouldn't have thrown that ball. There was a host of West Effort defensive backs in that area.
Outstanding run here. Knight with the carry. The run down to the 40-yard line, pickup of 8 on the play. Call it 2nd down and 2. Could be the final play of the first quarter. The clock running with 15 seconds to play here in the first. So Knight with a nice carry.
Wow, that was a nice block by Jason Morrell, the right guard. Able to spring Knight.
And they'll let the clock run out here in the first quarter. So a well-played first quarter at West Effort High School. The score, Woodbury 6, West Effort nothing. We'll be back with second quarter football right after this. Hey, it's the West Effort Eagle getting into things here as the Eagles finish the first quarter with a key interception to get themselves into Woodbury territory for the first time, and the West Effort cheerleaders, Sean Leary and Bob Shryock. First game of the season for Woodbury and West Effort, first game of the season on Comcast. We'll be doing a whole lineup of games this fall, and Sean, look forward to working with you. It's going to be a great season.
Yeah, it should be a really nice season. There's a lot of good games on the schedule. We have Dancing by the Eagle, and that looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that's the touchdown dance line.
West Effort stands filling in pretty nicely. As we indicated, not too many here 15 minutes before the game, but not a bad crowd now. And an absolutely glorious September Saturday afternoon to kick off the football season. Second down and 8. Ball at the Woodbury 40-yard line as we begin second quarter action. Holmes right up the middle. Holmes with first down yardage. Holmes gets it down to about the 34-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play and a West Deptford first down, by far the best penetration of the day so far for West Deptford.
Yeah, the big guys for Woodbury inside, C.J. Maurer, Robert Duffield, doing a nice job on that left side. Kanan Noon.
What a ball pitch. I don't know how he got that one away, but what a tackle on the corner. What a great tackle by Marcus Money, who plays both ways for Woodbury. But miraculous job by Murnane just of pitching the ball, Sean, as he was hit just as he released.
Yeah, that's a play where a coach will hold his breath, because pitches that ball wise, there's plenty of chances for the ball to get tipped. There's a chance for him to throw the ball over the halfback's head. When you're getting hit like that, it's a chance you're taking.
A loss of a yard, second and 11, ball at the 35-yard line. Murnane to throw, has time, completes it. Completed pass to Kevin Overton. First completed pass of the football game, and the advance to the 34-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. That will bring up a third down. And about 6 for a first down.
Bob, that's a nice play, because that loosens Murnane up. He completes the pass, gives him a little confidence.
Murnane with the first pass completion of the day by either quarterback. Third down call here. Murnane, they use a reverse and has lots of room. Good run by Sean Knight, who's had a couple of good runs here in the first half, and this one is an excellent call for a first down. First down in this sequence to the 21-yard line. So West Deptford looking as impressively running the football in this drive as Woodbury did it on its touchdown possession.
Sean Knight, this is his first game. He's a senior. He said he came in here, he's a little nervous, but he's not showing any jitters right now.
First and 10, West Deptford, ball at the Woodbury 21-yard line. Knight again. He keeps going. He was hit in the backfield by Arthur Lewis, but they'll call him down back there. So Lewis will get credit for the tackle as Knight is downed at the 22-yard line. A little bit of a loss on the play, second down. A nice play by Arthur Lewis, another one of the seniors on this Woodbury Ball Club who had a key role in their sectional championship win a year ago.
Arthur Lewis, they call him Butter. He is the brother of quarterback Marcus Money.
9:05 to play in the half. Well, lots of room on the corner. And finally, Kevin Overton driven out of bounds, but not before he picks up significant yardage. Down to the 10-yard line for another West Deptford first down. That is 4 first downs in this drive, a drive very similar to Woodbury's scoring drive in the first quarter. Another good call, and this West Effort offense looks like it's in mid-season form right now. So it's first down and goal, the ball just inside the 10-yard line. Very impressive possession for West Effort starting late in the first quarter, well into the second. This one going not far. Pick up about 2 yards, second down and 8.
Fred Holmes a little angry at himself. He didn't cut that ball back. He had some wide open space.
Holmes gets 2 yards to the 8-yard line. Second down and goal for West Effort.
Bob Cooper's coming into the game. He's number 87. West Effort likes to run the fade here at this particular point on the field. Watch number 87.
He split to the right. One-on-one coverage. Name with the pitch, and a great pitch, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown by Sean Knight on an 8-yard run, but give credit to Murnane. He takes a vicious hit, still makes an accurate pitch, and it winds up an 8-yard touchdown run. Murnane gets a lot of credit on that play. Knight gets the 8-yard TD.
Beautiful pitch by Murnane.
The score coming at the 8:07 mark of the second period. We have a 6-6 football game.
That's what they call taking one for the team, Bob.
Jason Williams will try to put West Effort into the lead. Low snap, and they don't get it off, but there's some room. Does he get in? He gets it in. Two-point conversion run when they only 1-1. And give a lot of credit to the holder, Bob Weinhardt. Weinhardt, unable to come up with the low snap from center, Sean, converts it into a 2-yard PAT run. It's 8-6 West Effort. How about that play?
That's a heads-up play. Bob Weinhardt, he's a backup quarterback, so he knows how to handle the football. He was actually upended. It looked like one of those plays from Arizona Ortiz Jenkins flipping over, getting into the end zone.
He looked like he wanted to throw the football, but then he saw the big hole and he had enough room, and he gets it in for the 2-point conversion. So West Effort wanted to lead 7-6. They lead it 8-6. Well, we've got a good football game here. Both teams have been able to move the ball on the ground. West Effort answering Woodbury's early touchdown with a very impressive long drive. And it's 8-6 for the host West Effort Eagles. 8:07 to play in the half.
Bob, it's ironic that special teams is playing a part in this game, especially the kicking game. 2 years ago, Woodbury only had 1 point after touchdown, 1 extra point. Last year they got Tim Anderson in, a freshman. He had a rough first game and then came in, was the hero in the Paulsburg game, kicking 2 extra points and winning that game 14-13.
So Jason Williams, who did not get a chance to kick the extra point, now kicks off for West Effort. West Effort with its first lead of the game, 8-6. Good, high, deep kick. And it chases Nelson all the way back to the goal line. Penalty markers down. Pretty good return by Nelson. Nice coverage downfield by Knight and by Chris Cooper, but there's another penalty. Woodbury hurting itself with penalties here in the last few minutes.
That looked like Jamie Gonzalez got somebody in the back. That's going to pin Woodbury very deep in their own end.
Holding call against Woodbury, and that will send them deep. So the momentum is shifted to West Effort. Woodbury is going to have to start all the way back. All the way back to the 8-yard line. First down and 10 for the Thundering Herd. They can't afford a mistake back here. Out of the wishbone with money at the controls. And a nice gainer here. Outstanding carry by Arlo Nelson, who's had a good first half. He's only a junior. And his advance to the 20 is not only a 12-yard pickup, it gives him a first down and gets him out of the inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play by Nelson. First down for Woodbury. Both teams able to run the football here in the first half.
Yeah, that was a nice cut. Looked like Ross Killeen plugged that hole up. Nelson was able to cut outside, cut inside, pick up a few yards.
Nelson again. Nelson, good yardage.
Nelson on carry. Stop by Jason Morrow. Pick up a 5. Rolling out to 25. Second and 5.
Jason Morrow with the tackle for West Deptford. The gain of 5 yards to the 25-yard line makes it 2nd and 5 for Woodbury High School. 7 minutes, 5 seconds to play first half. Good football game. 8-6 lead West Deptford. With the pitch, Nelson. Nelson has some room. Nice run by Nelson. He'll have first down plus.
Nelson on the carry. Stop by
Weinhardt with the tackle. He's had some big plays here in the first half, including that 2-point conversion run on the botch snap from center. First down carry out to the 35, so Woodbury would start it on its own 8, now out to the 35-yard line.
Nelson's running the ball very effectively. He's waiting for his blocks. He's picking his holes. Being very patient instead of just running straight through.
A lot of speed in the Woodbury backfield. Little doing here.
Arlo Nelson on the carry. Stop by
Hogan again.
Hogan.
He's having himself a nice game.
Hogan with several tackles. 1-yard pickup this time. 2nd down and 9 for Woodbury with 5:55 to play in the first half. Only one completed pass in the football game. That was a short one for West Deptford. Money has thrown the ball once and had it intercepted. Money rolling. And he'll go down. Nice tackle by Dante Bowman of West Deptford. That's a big defensive play as Money is sacked. And the spot will be back at the 30-yard line. Big loss on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 for Woodbury.
Yeah, nice play by Bowman. Looked like he had Lewis open downfield about 10 yards. Just about enough for a first down, but Money wasn't able to get set.
3rd down and 15, West Deptford. 4:55 to play in the half. Another probable passing down for Money. Now with Marcus rolling left. Tries to hit Arlo Nelson, but overshoots his intended receiver. West Deptford defensively does the job. They hold and will force a Woodbury punt. So West Deptford is going to get good field position again with plenty of time to play in the first half, 4:41.
Bob, this is a big key right here for West Deptford. Watch for Jamie Gonzalez or Chris Cooper. To get to rush.
Rivera kicking. There's the punter, Sean Knight, the deep man for West Deptford. Good kick by Rivera. Good hang time on the punt. And it takes a favorable Woodbury bounce. West Deptford will have the possession with 4:32 to play in the first half. And a real good one in the Colonial Conference. 8-6 lead, West Deptford. Most of the prognosticators picked Woodbury to win this game, but so far it's even up.
Anytime you have a quarterback coming into a situation where it's their first game, they're going to have some jitters. They're going to be a little nervous. a flag on the play.
It goes against Woodbury. They might force them to re-punt this one because it was a pretty effective Woodbury punt.
Personal foul against Woodbury.
And injury as the young man who was injured early in the football game, Pat McAfee, on crutches. That's sad to see. He is a senior on this ball club, 180-pounder, had a good season a year ago, and to see him on crutches, not a happy sight for West Effort fans at all.
He's a starting right defensive end and their left guard. That is a big blow to the West Effort Eagles.
Now, this is a damaging foul against Woodbury. It's a dead ball foul. It takes the ball all the way to the 45-yard line, so it happened after the punt. And West Effort, which was so impressive on its last possession, driving in to score, now has the ball 1st and 10 at the Woodbury 45-yard line, so the Eagles in great shape here. They did it on the ground last time. Let's see if Clyde Folsom decides to keep it on the ground. Nothing here as Holmes get the carry, but he's met by a bunch of tacklers led by Vincent Allen, also Bob Duffield, who's had a big first half defensively for Woodbury and on the play, as well as Kanan Noon. No gain, a little bit of a loss of about a foot or so. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for West Effort. Clock running, 4:05 to play first half.
That's a pair of 2-year starters on that defensive line. Maurer, an all-conference defensive lineman last year, and his buddy Kanan Noon right next to him, plugging up them holes in the middle of that West Effort line.
Mike trying to cut it back inside, but he is met by several tacklers. The first one to hit him, Arthur Lewis for Woodbury.
Arthur Lewis stops Sean Knight. Loss of about a yard on play, makes 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 as they lose another foot or two. So now Murnane may be forced to throw the football. Clock running, 3:28.
Wouldn't be surprised if Folsom plays this a little conservatively. He's got the field position. He says that's going to be a big part of today's game.
Murnane rolling left, fires it over the middle, completed pass to Jim Hogan. But nice play defensively. That'll be short of the first down. The advance 6 yards to the 40-yard line. Rivera with the tackle, and he is, of course, a great defender for Woodbury. So now West Effort apparently will be forced to punt. 2:40, they could really pin Woodbury deep with this kick.
Jason Williams.
All-purpose kicker, Jason Williams, back at about his own 46-yard line. Tries to angle it. Pretty good kick, takes a great bounce. Look at this one. This may roll the, oh boy. This is a tremendous punt that is down at the 2-yard line. A great job by Jason Williams. That's the kind of punch you practice and never seem to get in the games, but great punt here. And boy, this puts Woodbury in a real tough spot, Sean.
All right, this is a game of field position. If you have to drive the ball 98 yards, it's a very difficult thing to do, especially with Money only throwing 2 passes. One of them was intercepted. Sacked on another pass play.
2:12 to go. Woodbury must be very careful here. The last thing they want to do is turn the ball over to West Effort, and I think at this point, with 2:12 to play in the first half, Woodbury would be very content to win down 8-6. So tough spot on the field for Marcus Money and his offense. Not much running room. Secadair, a senior, couple of yards to about the 4. 2nd down and 8. 150. You might think that Clyde Folsom would use a couple timeouts here, Sean.
You would think that, but I think he would wants to see what happens on the next play. Woodbury's just content to run this thing out. You'd want to give them one of your timeouts, and they break a big play down.
If they don't get a first down here, I think we'll probably call a timeout. Spinning move, great spinning move. Outstanding run by Rivera. Gets them the first down, gets them out of deep in their own end. And that might change the strategy for Woodbury with 1:23 to play in the half.
Ooh, he didn't look like he got out there. He didn't look like he got out of bounds, and they called him out. It stops the clock.
First down carry to the 18-yard line, pick up a 14. Now Woodbury apparently calling, I'm not sure why they're calling timeout. This clock stopped with 1:23. So Woodbury calls a timeout. 1:23 to play in the first half. It's 8-6 West Effort. Why would you call timeout when you've already stopped the clock?
Maybe he just wants to be on the same page so that they don't even make any mistakes here. I'd be surprised if he tries to go up top and give West Effort a chance to come back down and score.
So it's been a good first half. It's been mostly on the ground for both teams. And the sun-drenched fans at West Effort High School, Clyde Folsom. Nice guy, Clyde. I like him a lot. He's done a lot with the program. Very intense coach. Jim Boyd, of course, his counterpart at Woodbury High School, has had a tremendously successful reign since replacing Larry Ginsburg as head coach 10 years ago. Two games on Comcast next week. Calls for a Gateway game, Gateway an improved team. And also Kingsway and Deptford on Comcast next week. Big doubleheader on Comcast. Stay tuned for the times of those games. 1st and 10, Woodbury. Money. Firing deep. He has a man momentarily open, but it's intercepted. Good job of closing on the play. West Effort with its second interception. And this one picked off by Kevin Overton, and that gives West Effort possession directly at midfield with 1:16 to go, and an opportunity here to put more points on the board.
I question that call, Bob. I don't know if I'd put the ball in the air. Money hasn't looked like he's felt comfortable back there passing the football. And now you give West Effort an opportunity with 1:16, and West Effort has all their timeouts left to come down here and try to get some points on the board.
1:16 to go, ball right at midfield. And they run the reverse. Knight with some good yardage, trying to break tackles, finally pulled down. He has first down yardage. Marcus Money with the saving tackle, but a pickup to the 36-yard line of 14 yards, make it to 37, and a 1st and 10 for West Effort. They have time, 1:10, but the clock running, they'll have to get to the line of scrimmage quickly. Boy, Knight has looked really good in this football game. He has the West Effort touchdown. Renee rolling right. Trying to get to the sidelines, fires it, and a good smart play by Murnane. Throws it out of bounds, incompleted pass. Clock stopped, and he avoided the big loss.
It's a very intelligent play for him, just to throw it out of bounds. A lot of quarterbacks you'll see running down the field, and they'll just walk out of bounds with the ball, and you wonder why are they not throwing that ball out? So you got to think about where you are on the field and make the play.
49 seconds to play in the half. 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 36-yard line of Woodbury. West Effort trying to capitalize on their second interception of the first half. Renee, straight back, little screen. Finds Knight. Knight breaks the tackle, doesn't break this one. Good open field tackle, excellent by Vincent Allen. Saves what could have been a big gain. And West Effort uses one of its timeouts after the advance to the 32-yard line. We'll take timeout from West Effort High School. Good one, 8-6 lead, Eagles of West Effort. West Effort cheerleaders enjoying the action. Their team in the lead 8-6. 35 seconds to go in the half. 3rd down and 6 call for West Effort, and the West Effort players appreciating the efforts of their team here in the first half. Big call right here. And they run the reverse. Good yardage, breaks one tackle, still on his feet, battling for the yardage is Kevin Overton. A good run, and he appears to have the first down at about the 25-yard line on a great second effort carry by Overton. 27 seconds left.
The West Effort sideline did not want that timeout at the time, but it's only 27 seconds left.
So they have one timeout to go. The ball right on the 25-yard line.
That reverse has worked very well for West Effort. They've had 3 big runs, 2 with Knight and now 1 with Overton.
A lot of suntans today in the crowd. Great event last night at Woodbury High School. Sean, I was fortunate enough to be Toastmaster at the celebration of championships, the unfurling of new banners in Campaign Gymnasium at Woodbury High School. Nobody knew what to expect in terms of a crowd. 500 people showed up for that event. Many of them, most of them, Woodbury High School graduates. What a night for tradition. What a night for nostalgia. What a night for reminiscing. It was just a tremendous night, and many of the former Woodbury High School coaches there to help unfurl the banners, the cheerleaders there, the choir, the pep band. It was just a terrific night and great to be part of that. Woodbury High School.
My invitation must have gotten lost.
I think it did. 1st down and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Maine going deep in the air. Oh my goodness, that was there. That pass was there. Maybe 1 foot too long for the intended receiver, Chris Cooper, but you can't throw the ball much better than that, Sean.
No, they work on that fade very consistently. It's a consistent play for West Effort. They like to run that play. And Chris Cooper, it looks like he just didn't go for it with both arms.
Oh, that was a great call, and he was open by 5 yards. The ball right there. Good throw by Murnane. Woodbury fortunate on that one. 2nd down and 10 with 23 seconds to play in the half, and they have 1 timeout to go. They'll have to throw the football again. Murnane out of the pocket, fires it, and it's completed and out of bounds. The catch made by Kevin Overton. The advance to the
time winding down.
18-yard line.
Now
he was
7
not
seconds.
out of bounds. 6 seconds, 5. I thought he was out of bounds. They spike it, and they do get a spike with 2 seconds to go. And I think they're going to bring. I think they're going to bring their kicker in, are they?
But that was a questionable call. It looked like he did get out of bounds. I guess they called that he got pushed out of bounds, but
they're going to try a long field goal with Jason Williams with 2 seconds to go. The spot is going to be Woodbury calls timeout apparently to try to ice the kicker, Jason Williams. The spot is going to be at about the 30 or 25-yard line, making it a 35-yard field goal as Williams will try to give West Effort a 5-point lead at halftime. I thought he was out of bounds. I mean, I wonder about that call, Sean, because he was in the air as he caught the ball, and the hit carried him out of bounds, did it not?
yeah, that's what it looked like from here.
I was a little bit surprised that that did not stop the clock. Pride Folsom in the offensive huddle. They're talking about their blocking assignments for this big field goal. West Effort has played well. Folsom told me that he was happy with their performance in the preseason. They had some tough scrimmages and acquitted themselves well, and they certainly played Woodbury tough here in the first half after the Thundering Herd jumped on top 6-0. So Weinhardt will spot it. Remember, he made the 2-point conversion last time. He held for an extra point. Good snap. He gets it down. The kick is going to be well to the left. and no good. And that'll wind down the first half. Good first half of football at West Effort High School. The score, West Effort 8 and Woodbury 6. We'll be back with second half action right after this. Second half Colonial Conference football at West Effort High School. Good first half. West Effort 8, Woodbury 6. Sean Leary and Bob Shryock, and West Effort trying for what some would consider an upset, because many of the prognosticators not only had Woodbury winning this game, they had Woodbury in the top 10 in the South Jersey region in the preseason. Jason Williams kicking off for West Effort. Nelson, the deep man in the middle for Woodbury High School. High kick at the 12-yard line. Nelson. And drops the ball and allows coverage to get down and make pretty good play. So Woodbury will start this possession from its 24-yard line. We didn't have a chance to really talk about the wind in the first half, Sean. Not a tremendous wind, but kind of the residual effects, I believe, of Hurricane Floyd. And the teams, the wind is blowing out of the west. And I think it's had a little bit of impact in the game, because both touchdowns scored at the east end of the field, and neither team really able to penetrate very deeply heading in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I think the wind's picked up through the day, and right now it seems to be blowing about as hard as it has all day.
First down and 10, Woodbury, first play of the second half. Money with the out. Doesn't get much yardage. Play by Dante Bowman of West Effort High School.
Bob, I think it's important to get money, to get some confidence back into money. Maybe throw a couple screens or something. He had 2 interceptions in the first half. He didn't even complete a pass. Overthrew one of his receivers coming out of the backfield. I think it's important for him to get to the flow.
Money gets a yard, second down and 9, ball at the 25-yard line, just underway in the second. Nelson trying to get to the outside, doesn't get a whole lot as the West Effort defense are quick. First down and about 3 for Woodbury. They'd like to keep moved down. Woodbury first in this football game, but West Effort answered and then got the broken play. Single. Third, Woodbury. And the carry for first down yardage by Arlo Nelson is having a good ball game for the Thundering Herd. Nelson's advanced to the 37-yard line for a first down for the Thundering Herd. 10:35 to play, third period, 8-6 West Effort. Some audio problems. We hope you bear with us. We'll get them straightened out. Nelson again getting a lot of carries, breaks a couple of tackles, and penalty marker is down. The tackle made in the open field by Ron Mancuso. However, there is a penalty. This one might come back. Woodbury has really hurt itself with penalties today. Mancuso's advance was to the 46-yard line, but that will be nullified on a holding penalty against the Thundering Herd. Nelson, the ball carrier for Woodbury. So this will back Woodbury up to its own 25-yard line.
Back to the 25-yard line.
And it'll be second down and 23 for the Thundering Herd. And off, Allen with the carry. Virtually nothing as the middle of the West Effort line does the job. Jim Hogan in on the tackle. He's had a bunch of them today. Gets a lot of help on the play. Bowman in on the play. Jason Morrell, a 230-pounder in the middle play as well.
And a nice play by Isaac O'Kay, the nose guard, who got some penetration, was able to get a hand on and slow up the ball carrier.
The advance to the 26-yard line, pickup of only about a yard on the play. Second and long for the Thundering Herd. Oh, and the ball is loose, but it bounces right back to the ball carrier. A fortunate play for Woodbury as Allen fumbles the football, but it takes one bounce right back into the midsection, and he actually picks up a couple of yards on the play. So he gets 4 with the fumble, but it's third down and about 18 for a first down for Woodbury. And remember, Money has not completed a pass, at least the Woodbury players. He has 2 interceptions in this game and maybe in a passing situation here. Money rolling right. Gets good rush, fires it, and is it completed? It is a completed pass. Talked to some people at halftime familiar with both of these teams, Sean. A little bit surprised that West Effort has played this well, but based on what Folsom said about the preseason, maybe not that big a surprise.
No, I don't think it is a big surprise. West Effort had some confidence coming into this game. They had the quarterback returning and 2 of their key running backs. The big surprise maybe be Sean Knight in his debut. He's had a terrific game.
Right ahead has some good runs. Across the 40-yard line. Nice pickup by Holmes. Has been used sparingly today. He's a junior coming off that outstanding sophomore campaign.
He's an outstanding athlete, also a top wrestler for the Eagles program.
Holmes gets 8 yards. It's second down and 2. Ball right on the 40-yard line. Nothing doing here. Late penalty flag thing. That one was several seconds after the play. The carry by Holmes again went nowhere, but let's see where this penalty comes in, as it came from the Woodbury defensive backfield, and Woodbury thinks it's going to go against West Effort.
Looks like they're going to get Jim Hogan for a clip. Legal block.
This one well away from the play, too, Sean.
Yeah. We've seen Woodbury make those mistakes throughout the game so far. And this puts them in a situation they do not want to be in. Menane has had a pretty good game passing the football, but they haven't put him in any situation where he might make a mistake. Bobby told me earlier that he feels more comfortable running this offense now. He feels he's more patient. He had 7 interceptions last year, and he feels like he's more patient. He's taking the time to look downfield. He comes up to this line of scrimmage, and he doesn't have that animosity of throwing the ball down the field.
So the penalty backs West Effort up to its own 25-yard line. Second down and 17 to go for a first down. And up the middle again. The ball is loose. Did Woodbury come up with a fumble, or is the ball dead? Chuck Adair came out of the pack with the football, but I believe the ball is blown dead. It'll still be West Effort possession.
West Effort retains possession after the fumble.
Gain of about a yard. It'll be third down and 16 for West Effort. 7:11 to play in the third quarter. So even though both teams have had some success moving the football today, it's only an 8-6 game here, midway in the third quarter. Key third down call for Murnane. Murnane rolling right, getting a big rush, huge rush, and well, they're going to call it a completed pass. Outstanding defensive play by Arthur Lewis as he put huge pressure on Murnane. It will be an incompleted pass, and West Effort will be forced to punt. But what a rush job that time done by Arthur Lewis.
Yeah, he got penetration. He has some speed behind him. He's also a wide receiver on offense. But another nice, smart play by Murnane. Not to, as we were saying earlier, he's more patient now. He's not making the same mistakes of just throwing the ball up for grabs. Throws the ball away, doesn't give up a sack.
So Williams will be punting with the wind, and the deep man for Woodbury High School will be Arlo Nelson. Woodbury could emerge from this with good field position. Good snap. Another good punt. He's done a nice job of punting today. Taken at the 42-yard line by Nelson, and a nice coverage downfield by the Eagles.
Number 21, Fred Burt on the punt.
Fred Burt in on the tackle on the special teams for West Effort. Woodbury, though, with good field position right at midfield. .6:32 to go in the third period. Woodbury trailing West Effort 8-6. Colonial Conference football in the opener for both squads. Woodbury, one of the Colonial Conference teams as listed as preseason favorites. I think one poll has them as high as 7th in the preseason, Sean.
Yeah, it's a little surprising with them losing Ryan Kent. Losing 2,600 yards in a season is something hard to replace.
1st and 10, ball at midfield. Straight ahead, couple of yards into West Effort territory.
That's not saying Marcus Money cannot do the job, but you're also losing a wide receiver. Money was one of the top wide receivers for this Woodbury team, so you lose your quarterback and a wide receiver.
Allen gets 3 yards to the 47. 6:10 to play in the third quarter. No scoring threats by either team here in the third. Money on the option, and he will be hauled down after about a yard gain. Good job defensively again by the Eagles. Hogan in on the tackle again. He's had a bunch of them. He gets a lot of help on the play from Ross Colleen. Paul on a 44-yard line pickup of about 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
This is a big play.
3rd and 4 call. The pitch to Nelson. Nelson trying to get to the corner. And that's just outstanding pursuit. Outstanding pursuit. Weinhardt with the big defensive play. He's had a couple of key plays in this game, including that improvised 2-point conversion run. So this will force a Woodbury punt. A great job in the corner by Weinhardt.
Excellent tackle. He was actually turned around on the play and used a spin move to turn around and get to the outside, prohibiting Nelson from getting a first down.
Rivera the punter. Knight deep for West Effort.
This is an area in the game where the long snapper, Woodbury's had a problem, but they worked on it during the offseason.
Yeah, high snap, but he'll get it off. Nice job. Oh, mistake there. A mistake, and Woodbury comes up with it. A mistake on the kickoff return by West Effort, and this will give Woodbury tremendous field position. That was a kind of a knuckleball of a punt that fooled the return guy, Sean. It looked like for West Effort, and the errant play gives Woodbury possession at the 31-yard line.
And Folsom, he was saying that there could be some mistakes made by Woodbury in the punting game. It was actually his team that made the mistake, and he's got to be pulling his hair out on the sidelines. That was a mistake. He should have let the ball bounce there.
So a critical turnover. Woodbury comes up with it. They keep possession at the West Effort 31-yard line with a first down. Adair with the carry, not a whole lot doing.
14, Chuck Adair on the carry.
Good job by the West Effort defense today. Fernan in on the tackle. He's had a good ball game. Dante Bowman also part of the tackle.
Bob, this defense is a little underrated. You know, they have some really good cornerbacks. Mernan's an excellent cornerback.
A gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 for the Thundering Herd. 3:55 to play in the third. Money, oh boy, there is great penetration led by Ron Mancuso, number 20.
Stopped in the backfield by Isaac Okai.
Okai also went on a tackle for West Effort, but the first penetrator was Mancuso. And Money does well just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Woodbury an option team. The option is, it's been a little slow moving. It seems like Money's a little confused out there on what he should be doing.
3rd down and 5. Big play here for Woodbury. Straight ahead. Oh, what a great defensive play by Ross Colleen. Colleen got there first. There was a mop-up crew, but Colleen with the big first hit. No gain on the play. Now a critical 4th and 5 call for Woodbury. They got a break with the botched punt by West Effort, but now the West Effort defense has really dug in and forcing a 4th down and 5.
From the 25.
Long way to go, but an important 4th down call here. Money fades to throw. Oh,
and they're going to get a push off. They're going to get a push off on Arthur Lewis.
Yeah, it could be an offensive pass interference call. Good defense by Dave Murnane. The intended receiver was Lewis. Let's see how this one goes. Sean's right. It looked like Lewis pushed off, and I believe that's going to be the call. Outstanding job by the West Effort defense. They get the ball back, and they'll start this possession from their own 25-yard line. 2:25 to play in the third. Jim Boyd, the veteran head football coach at Woodbury High School, top coaching job last year. He and his staff winning the sectional championship. He's had a fine career at the helm at Woodbury High School. 1st and 10 for West Effort. Penalty marker now. We're getting a lot of penalties now. Good second effort by Overton on the run, but there is a penalty.
It looked like maybe a second one just came in. There's an injured player down on the field, and that looks like Kevin Overton.
Overton, the ball carrier, injured on the play, and trainer and staff coming out quickly to see Overton, a key player on this West Effort team. He's a senior, 185-pounder. So timeout with 2:19 to play in the third period, and West Effort leading Woodbury 8-6, but concern now for Kevin Overton. He's had a fine football career at West Effort High School. We'll take timeout from West Effort High School. 2-point ball game, the home team in the lead. Scoreboard telling the numbers, 8-6 lead West Effort. Kevin Overton, by the way, okay, walking off under his own power. 2:13, 2:12 to play in the third. The penalty against West Effort backs them up to their own 20-yard line. Holding call against the Eagles. So penalties really mounting against both teams, Sean.
Yeah, and the game was going along pretty well. Now it's getting a little sloppy on both sides.
1st and 15. Murnane fires it.
Oh.
Completed pass nicely to Jim Hogan, who's had a big football game on both sides of the ball. And that's the most successful pass play of the game by either team. The advance to the 41-yard line for a first down, 21-yard pickup.
That was a nice touch pass. And a nice play call by Folsom.
So it's first down and 10, Eagles. They run the reverse. Knight with some good yardage and outstanding job. He's got the touchdown today, and he's made a lot of nice plays for the West Effort Eagles. This advance,
it's going to come back.
Another penalty marker is down, however. And a holding call against West Effort will call that play back. Clyde Folsom down on the sidelines, angry at that call. Only had a couple of penalties in the first quarter, but since then we've had a ton of them. The referee today, John Finelli. He's been busy. A lot of flags. So they're backed up to the 33-yard line. Clyde Folsom not a happy camper right now. First down at about 16. And a nice job by Holmes. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Finally tripped up, but not before he advances the ball to the 44-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 9 yards. Now an injured Woodbury player, it appears, Kanan Noon, one of the veterans, back at the 34-yard line. He manages to get up and he'll limp off the field.
And Noon's one of the tough guys on the team. You won't see him stay on the dirt too long. Anybody who listens to Ozzy Osbourne before the game, Bob, is a tough guy.
Oh, yeah. That's what I always say. Ozzy who? Second down and 7 for West Effort. They're at their own 43-yard line. Run the reverse again, but look at this defense he played. Mowers. C.J. Maurer, all 270 pounds of him. Woo. Everton runs right into him, and there's a loss on the play back to the 40, one of the top defensive plays of the game. And that'll do it for 3 quarters from West Effort High School. Defense is prevailing today. It's 8-6 Eagles. We'll be back. Now the West Effort Eagle involved in the contest. This is a real good football game. It's 8-6 West Effort into 3 periods. 12 minutes to play in this one. And an important game for both teams in their quest for the Colonial Conference title 1999. Sean Leary and Bob Schrack working this contest, and could not have a nicer day for a season opener in high school football. Just 48 hours after Gloucester County was lambasted by Hurricane Floyd.
How about the job that Dante Coleman has done coming in, spelling for an injured McAfee?
Outstanding job. So West Effort from its own 40-yard line, 3rd down and 11. And West Effort protecting a 2-point lead. Maurer can't find a receiver, runs out of the pocket, and nice open field tackle. Excellent tackle by Daniel Caroma of Woodbury. That will force a West Effort punt.
Number 40, Daniel Caroma makes a stop on the man. We'll make it 4th and about.
Arlo Nelson backing up for Woodbury to about his own 35-yard line. Punter for West Effort, Jason Williams, a freshman.
Done a pretty good job so far today. He's going to be punting into this slight wind right now. Looks like the wind has died down a little bit.
Excellent snap from center. Not a real long punt this time, but it does get a favorable West Effort bounce, so it turns out to be an effective one, rolling dead at the 32-yard line. So Woodbury has 68 yards to go if they want to take the lead here. Woodbury moved the ball downfield. The score on his first possession, actually his second possession, they go ahead 6-0. West Effort countered in the second period. got that kind of bizarre 2-point conversion and lead it 8-6. So Woodbury with a long way to go, but a lot of time left, 11:02. Not much running room for Tim Rivera. I think the X factor in this football game, Sean, has been the play of the West Effort defense.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. They've had an outstanding game. They're going up against some pretty some good 2-year starters on that Woodbury line.
No gain on play, 2nd and 10.
And they've been able to get a lot of penetration, especially the defensive ends.
Second down and 10, no gain on the play. Money to throw. Chased out of the pocket. Fires it and, oh, off the hands of the intended receiver, Matt Giles, and that was a catchable ball. Good pass by Money, off balance, but incompleted. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
Woodbury fans got to be disappointed with how the passing game's going so far today, but that's good things to come when you see Money rolling like that, and he's got a lively arm, and that is one of the few times you will see Matt Giles drop a pass. An excellent wide receiver with really good hands.
Probably Money's best throw of the day, right on the money, but incompleted. 3rd down and 10 for Woodbury, and they're running out of possessions, 10-14 to go, so a big play here. Every play big offensively now for the Thundering Herd, with them trailing by a pair. Money getting a big rush, fires it over the middle. Giles open, catches the football, tripped up, saving a touchdown is Overton, but there's the first completed pass, and what a huge one it is on a 3rd down and 10. A nice catch by Giles, but excellent pass by Marcus Money, and the advance all the way down to the 38-yard line. That's a great play.
Yeah, Marcus Money, there's the ability that he has. He has a big-time arm. He can get the ball downfield. Matt Giles, a couple of schools looking at him, Kansas State, one of them, Illinois, looking at him. He's a Division I prospect for the Woodbury Thundering Herd.
So a huge pass play gets Woodbury the 1st down into West Effort territory. Nelson with the carry, couple of yards.
Nelson with the carry.
Woodbury so far off to a slow start. They were off to a slow start earlier in the year last year, losing to Haddon Township in the opening game, 14-13.
Yeah, that was a number 54 injured for West Effort High School. That is Ross Colleen. Yeah, that was a kind of a shocker, but Woodbury certainly rebounded well from that loss to Haddon Township.
They admitted they were looking ahead. Paulsboro was the next week, and they were able to end Paulsboro's streak with consecutive games won.
At 62.
62 games.
The most amazing streak, I think, in any sport certainly in Gloucester County history. Maybe South Jersey history. 62 straight football wins. Timeout on the field with 9:29 to play in the ball game. And we'll take timeout. We'll be back right after this. Games for Comcast. It's good to see one like this. Statistician's busy at work on the sideline. Ross Plain, incidentally, okay. He walked off for West Effort. Woodbury at the 35-yard line with a 2nd down and 7. Straight ahead. Couple of yards for Arlo Nelson. And they advance to the 31-yard line. And that'll create a 3rd down. And about 3 for a 1st down.
Co-captain Jason Morrell was on that tackle. He's had a good game. Ross Colleen, who just came out of the game, has had also a good game. That defensive line is done well, but they need to grin and bear it right here. Woodbury has the momentum right now and charging into their territory.
Clock running, 8:37. Reverse, but the ball was dropped in the backfield, and just a good job there by Arthur Lewis of coming up with the loose ball. They could have lost it altogether. However, that'll create a 4th down and long. Kind of an interesting call on 3rd and short. They wind up now in a position where they have to punt the football.
Yeah, that is a questionable call. 3rd and short, you've been running the ball pretty successfully downfield.
Jim Boyd unhappy about that play. Rivera, the punter, and whoa, look at this play. Rivera is going to try to run the field. He needs one block. He still on his feet. Look at this. Rivera, penalty marker's down. Rivera's going to go. Rivera's going to go, but there's a penalty marker down. What a bizarre play. The snap from center on the punt way over the head of Rivera. Unable to punt the ball away, improvises with a tremendous punt return touchdown run. However, there's a penalty marker now. Let's see the way this one unfolds.
That's the advantage of having a halfback as your punter. So he was able to improvise. It's coming back.
Call against Woodbury, and apparently a very obvious one as well. Oh, what a strange play that was.
And that was the play West Efford's been looking for. They were hoping to create some kind of a turnover on special teams. They wanted to pressure the long snapper. They were scouting Woodbury, and they said that the long snapper was having some problems in the preseason. Well, there it was there.
Just a great run by Tim Rivera. Goes for a knot. So the penalty from the spot of the foul backs the ball up to the 44-yard line.
It's going to be 4th down again.
So they're still going to have to punt it because it's now 4th down and 5. So wow, now you talk about a missed opportunity. Rivera back to punt again. He got the high snap last time. That was a strange play. Gets a better snap this time, but just gets it off, and that one will go well into the end zone. West Effort will take it at his own 20-yard line. So Rivera, with a beautifully improvised punt return TD, but a clipping penalty on the play, not only wipes out the TD, but forces Woodbury to punt again.
And with an 8-6 ball game with 7 minutes, 30 seconds left, that could come back to haunt Woodbury. They haven't lost to this West Effort team since 1994.
I remember that game. That was a rather one-sided contest.
62-0.
Yeah, I think we televised that game right here, and that was one of those games that never seemed to end. West Effort from its own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. The clock now becoming a factor. 7:30 to play. Woodbury needs a defensive stop. Overton cutting it back inside. Still on his feet, battling. Oh, nice job by Overton. Won't go down. Look at this. He's still on his feet. Boy, that is 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort. That's one of those runs that doesn't show tremendously in the statistics because it's about a 7-yard pickup, but what a run by Overton showing 2nd effort.
That's a senior showing that he wants this football game. He knows it's crunch time. Kevin Overton, one of the leaders on that West Effort squad.
6:50 to play. West Effort protecting an 8-6 lead. Nice job of penetration and the trip up by Vincent Allen on the ball carrier Brett Holmes. The advance to the 28-yard line, so it's still 3rd and 2. This might be the most important defensive play of the day for the Woodbury defense. They need a stopper because what West Effort wants to do is keep the ball on the ground, get the 1st down, and begin running out the clock. Big play right here. Ball at the 27-yard line. Now, movement was at West Effort. Woodbury looked like they were trying to jump. I think they got back in position, so it might be West Effort's penalty.
It looks like that's going to be number 50, Jason Morrell. Moved a little early.
This is a key penalty right here if it's against West Effort because it changes probably the call. Oh, they call it against Woodbury. So they call it against Woodbury. Obviously, one of the Woodbury players did not get back. It looked like 3 of them jumped but got back, Sean.
Yeah, you wonder there if Woodbury defensive lineman came across and was able to, or actually touched one of the West Effort offensive linemen, because it looked clearly like Morrell moved a little.
Now, that gives West Effort a huge first down in its own 32-yard line. 5:54 to play. Knight looking for some blocking. He'll only get a couple of yards. Nice job by the Thundering Herd defense. A lot of tacklers out there. Allen, who's had a bunch of tackles in on that one.
Assisting on tackle.
5 or 6 in on the tackle for Woodbury. Gain of only about 2 in the play. 2nd down and 8 with 5:25 to play. Now West Effort needs a couple more first downs is the way they're looking at this situation.
Look
Run
for
the
Overton.
clock.
Overton to get a bulk of these carries. He's a senior. He knows how to protect the football. Oh.
And there is Overton with the carry.
Overton on the carry.
If he advance to the 39-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and about 4. Another enormous play right here.
5 minutes left in this ball game.
Ball to the 39-yard line.
Woodbury needs a stop. They want to force the punt. West Effort has a big 3rd down and 4 call coming up right here. Oh, what a great job on the corner. Outstanding defensive play. This one he needed by Matt Giles. And West Effort will have to punt the football. He stayed at home, Sean, and it paid off.
Excellent job by Matt Giles. And that's another play. It's an option on that play. With 4 minutes left, you have the lead. Dave Renan has done a great job with that option. There's been a couple times where he let the ball go just as he's gotten hit. Able to get away with it without having any problems, any fumbles.
Arlo Nelson deep for Woodbury at about his 32-yard line. Jason Williams, the punter. Good snap. End over end punt. Woodbury won't take any chances. They'll let it roll dead, and they'll have good field position at about the 39. So there's time, 3:37, but this could be Woodbury's last hurrah. Sean, they really probably going to have to do something on this possession.
Yeah, and this is where Money had some confidence finally. The last series that he had made a couple nice passes to Matt Giles, and Matt Giles was able to pull one down. Probably another one he should have caught.
Spot right at the 39-yard line, 1st down and 10. No scoring in the second half. Everything in the first half. 8-6 West Effort. Money trips and falls, almost loses the football, but the ball is called dead. Woodbury will keep possession, but Money loses a couple of yards. Met head on by Paul Moat, by Jason Morrell, the 230-pounder, who's done such a fine job for West Effort today. Loss in the play of about a yard, 2nd and 11.
Something to take note of here. Dave Mernan, during the summer league, had 2 interceptions guarding Matt Giles, and only allowed Giles 1 catch, but they have Overton on Giles right now at this point.
2nd and 11. Money goes deep, looking for Giles. Giles, what a catch by Giles! Outstanding catch, despite the close one-on-one coverage by Overton. Giles with a huge play.
And there, he's an all-conference, all-group wide receiver. He showed why he's a Division I prospect. He's got great hands. He can go up for the football. As I said, I was just saying it before, Overton on Giles. I don't know if they think that's a better matchup. with Moran handling him during the summer league.
37-yard pickup on the great catch by Giles. 1st and 10 Woodbury at the 24-yard line. 2:35 with the clock running. And of course, Woodbury has a pretty good long-distance kicker in Tim Anderson, only a sophomore, but they had a couple of field goals last year, and he certainly has the leg to kick it in if they get another 5 or 10 yards here.
And it's important to note that the wind is at the Woodbury backs.
Good hole for Nelson. Nelson still on his feet and down deep into West Effort territory. Nelson with a big carry. The penetration to the inside the 10-yard line to about the 9. It'll be 1st down and goal for Woodbury. And what a big turnabout here after Giles' big clutch catch for Woodbury on the throw by Marcus Money.
Oh, Kanan Noon looks like he's having some muscle cramps. His legs stiffening up on him. There he is. He's one of the tough guys. He's going to walk off.
Some injured Woodbury player going off. Noon, who's had a good ball game. 2:23 to play. Woodbury inside the West Efford 10-yard line at the 8. Plenty of time, 2:23. What Woodbury would like to do now, Sean, is I think use the clock.
Yeah,
of course, they only have 4 downs here, so they can't
right.
bleed it too much.
They don't want to. Well, they want to get into the end zone. I mean, I don't think they want to sit here and think, we'll just run the clock down as much as possible.
Wasn't that what Notre Dame attempted unsuccessfully last week, Sean?
And they ran out of time. They don't want to pull anything like that right here.
All right, it's crunch time. Well-played football game. West Effort has acquitted itself well, but now backed up to its own goal line. Woodbury with a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. And the football game could be decided right here. 2:23 to go.
Welcome to the 1999 season. Here it is.
4 down territory. They're inside the 10 at the 8. Nelson with the carry, has some room. Taking tacklers with him, and a great run by Nelson as he gets it down to about the 2-yard line. Outstanding second effort run by Nelson. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. And we're under 2 minutes. What a finish.
We're inside 2 minutes. And the ball is at the 2-yard line.
They're running over Maurer and Dean Morgan, the right guard and right tackle.
2nd and goal at the 2. Nelson has the room, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Arlo Nelson with the 2-yard touchdown run at the 1:43 mark. And Woodbury takes the lead for the first time since the first quarter, 12-8. And they got to go for 2 points here, right?
I would assume
leading
so,
by 4, they got to get it to 6, so they'll in all likelihood go for 2 here. Now Woodbury wants a timeout, so the score comes at 1:43. Arlo Nelson with a 2-yard TD run, but remember, the big play in this drive, the 37-yard pass from Marcus Money to Matt Giles. Giles making a major league catch on that ball to set up the score, and then the big running by Nelson on this possession as well.
You can almost sense that Matt Giles was just a sleeping giant. You hadn't heard his name called that much during the game. And I came up with a huge play.
So Woodbury, defending sectional Group 1 champions, have been in a battle all day, and it takes them until 1:43 in the fourth quarter to take their second lead of the game. It's now 12-8. And they want to go for 2 points in this situation.
Bob, just to throw a couple plugs, you can watch Sports Week with John Mondelli on Tuesday and Wednesday at 7:30. High school sports report. The name has changed.
But the characters haven't.
Steve Anashevsky, Mark Narducci, John Mondelli.
What a lineup. My man John. They're going for 2. Money reverses, fires it, and it's completed to Giles for the two-point conversion. Well-designed play, and Giles has had 3 big catches now in this game, gets the two-point conversion catch, and it's 14-8 Woodbury, but don't go away. Still 1:43 to play in this one. So the veteran leadership of Woodbury High with Giles, with Money, with Nelson, pays off down the stretch as they score with 1:43 to go to assume the lead at 14-8 after the two-point conversion. It's been a good football game, Sean.
Oh, it's been a great football game. Yeah, some of the experts, so-called experts, thought Woodbury was going to come in here and handle West Effort, but West Effort showed a lot of character. And this is a good football team. This isn't a fluke or anything like that. West Effort's going to give a lot of people some headaches this year.
And West Effort still with plenty of time, 1:43 to go.
Allen looking for the crowd to get loud here. He's the vocal leader on this Woodbury team. This is a big kickoff.
Overton, the deep man for West Effort.
West Effort wants to get the best field position possible. Put their team in position to come back and score.
Good kick, Overton at the 10.
Returnable.
At the 20. Oh, outstanding open field tackle on the special teams by number 40, Daniel Caroma of Woodbury High School. So West Effort will have to start this possession from its own 27, only 98 seconds to play, and they're going to have to put the football in the air.
Dave Hernandez has done a real good job throwing the ball, but he hasn't had the pressure on him. Now that the pressure's on him, Woodbury knows he's going to throw. He's got to come up with some big plays here.
Murnane at quarterback, done a nice job. Murnane rolling, firing it, and it's completed nicely.
He got lucky there.
To Jim Hogan. But they move the chains on the first down, and now restart the clock. 1:31, 1:30. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage quickly. But they do have, I believe, all their timeouts, don't they?
Yes, they do. They can't take their time here. He's got to survey the field and then get it going.
They've used 12, 13 seconds here. Murnane getting a big rush. He will just throw it out of bounds, and it'll be second down for West Effort with 1:12 to play. Good prevent coverage that time by the Thundering Herd. They're using Giles, Matt Giles back there, 6'3", veteran. I guess if Woodbury wins, Giles gets a game ball today, doesn't he?
I think you'd have to give it to him. He's made a couple of big plays.
So West Effort needs a big play. Long way to go. They're at their own 39-yard line. 1:12 to play, and they need a touchdown. They run the reverse. Gets a couple of yards, but uses a lot of the clock, and they've got to take one of the timeouts here, I would think. That was Overton with the carry, and West Effort will burn one of its timeouts with 1:05 to play. So the ball at the 45-yard line. Third down and 6, but more importantly, they've got to go 55 yards for the tying touchdown, and then they would hope the winning extra point.
And there's 1:05 left on the clock. Still a lot of time, but they can't get back in that huddle. And
well, they need a deep ball. They can't do it now with 10 or 12-yard passes because a field goal does them no good. They're going to have to throw one or two deep here, Sean.
But Holmes, pretty quiet today. His name hasn't been called too much. It's been Sean Knight who's got a bulk of the yards.
Didn't play much in the preseason scrimmages, kind of dipped up a little bit. But he's a great threat. Renane, they throw a screen pass. It sets up the Knight. Knight breaks one tackle, breaks another, trying to find his way, battling, and
It's about 2 yards.
he's short. The problem here is he's short of the first down. The clock running 50, 49, 48, but they've got to get the first. Not only do they have to score, but they also have to be worried now about getting the first down, and they'll take. They haven't stopped at 39. Well, they got to get up to the line of scrimmage. They got to get the first down. It's 4th down and 2. Clock still running, losing valuable time. 32-31. And they'll get the first down on a nice second effort run by Holmes, but 24 seconds to go, and they'll stop the clock. Now they got to go deep, and Woodbury knows it, so Woodbury will have its defensive secondary well back for this play. Now they rewind the clock, get up to the line of scrimmage quickly. They're losing valuable seconds, 17-16. Renane fires it, incompleted, and it's 10 seconds to go. Tough situation here, Woodbury knowing that they have to go deep, Sean.
Yeah, West Effort, I believe they still have 2 timeouts, and with 10 seconds left, I think they probably could have used one with 22 left. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Woodbury's just going to go into a prevent defense, and they got guys like Money and Giles in the secondary, both of them well over 6 foot. So if there's going to be any jump balls, they have the advantage.
Ball right at midfield. Renane goes deep, and he has a man open. He gets him to the 20. Oh, he fumbles the football. It goes out of bounds at the 1 with 3 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, what a play! 3 seconds to go. West Effort at the 1-yard line with a chance to tie or win the football game.
Jim Boyd has got to be beside himself. Marcus Money allowed the receiver to get behind him. Renane just really threw that ball up. It was a nice pass on the money. No pun intended.
Dante Bowman with the catch. Fumbles the ball, but fumbles it out of bounds at the 1-yard line, so everything worked well in that sequence.
And Bob, how would they love to have them crucial seconds back with only 3 seconds? This is going to be one play.
Let me respot that. The ball is at the 3-yard line. Now, West Effort, you would have have chance for just one play, 3 seconds to go, so apparently they would have to score on this play. So Clyde Folsom in the huddle. The game comes down to this. Woodbury leading 14-8, 3 seconds to go, and West Effort at the Woodbury 3-yard line with a chance to tie or win the football game.
In these situations, they like to run the fade to Chris Cooper, but they also have them backs. It's going to be interesting to see the play call here.
So the game comes down to one play, and of course, if there's a tie, we would have overtime as well. What an opener. Here it is, right here. 3 seconds to go. West Effort with a chance to tie, maybe win the football game. Oh! What a defensive play by Woodbury. They're going to win the football game. A tremendous defensive play. And West Effort, despite a tremendous effort, loses. Woodbury's defense comes up with a huge play on the final play of the game, and Woodbury's lead stands up. Woodbury 14, West Effort 8, and West Effort is stunned.
Vincent Allen.
They are stunned.
What a big play.
Vincent Allen, West Effort, courageous effort today, nearly pull it out. Final score, Woodbury 14, West Effort 8, a terrific opener. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. Yes. Yeah, okay. All right. Final score, Woodbury 14, West Effort 8, but Jim Boyd, it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't. Our hats are off to West Effort. They played a determined football game all day. They really came to play. We're lucky to get out of here with a win. It could have very easily ended up with a loss today, no question about that.
Your worst nightmare there, a receiver getting behind your defender there in the last minute.
Well, that's not supposed to happen. I'm getting too old for that kind of thing.
But talk about the defensive play that sealed it for you. Great play by
Well,
Allen.
it's of course they're up against the clock down there. They're only going to have to get one play off. They've been running a sweep, a quick sweep, successfully all day. They've been running a counter inside successfully. They've been running a belly lead inside successfully. So we figure it's probably one of those three things. But Vincent Allen, when the man went in motion, Vincent Allen picked that front side A gap and shot through, tackled him for a loss, and time was out. So that's what sealed the victory.
Marcus Money, his debut at quarterback, a couple mistakes, but generally played well.
The offense moved the ball consistently, but we got so many mistakes out there. We're going to have to play more disciplined football if we're going to have the kind of season that we want to have, that we think we can have. But it was, undisciplined football on our part today. But once again, hats off to West Effort for a great effort.
You've got some great senior leadership on this team, and certainly Mr. Giles, one of them, he made a big league catch to set up your go-ahead touchdown.
He kind of makes a habit of making big league catches. If you get the ball anywhere near him, chances are he's going to come down with it. We look forward to a good season out of him, and we're going to get the ball his way quite a bit because he's demonstrated he can get things done.
Jim, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Jim Boyd, Woodbury High School head football coach, and not an easy one for the Thunder here. West Effort played well, Sean.
Yeah, and this is, as he said, it's a credit to West Effort. West Effort's a good football team. This was no fluke. They have some players that can come in and play the game. Their skill position players, as we said earlier, are back, and they run the ball effectively. They don't make a whole lot of mistakes. And give credit to Dave Bernan. He's a good-looking quarterback. He can throw the ball and run the ball.
Clyde Folsom has, I think, some positive things to work with. They can win. Okay, they lost the football game. However, a long way to go, and they played the defending sectional Group 1 champions tough.
Well, Woodbury comes in with a new quarterback, and it's tough to bring somebody in who is replacing somebody who gained 2,600 yards through the air and on the ground, and the team has to retool, and they did that. But West Effort, they're going to scare some teams throughout the season.
Should be a very tough Colonial Conference. Usually Paulsboro dominated for so many years, but they've fallen back just a little bit, so it could be a wide-open Colonial.
Yeah, there's a wide-open. The pack is really come down to, it's not just Woodbury and Paulsboro. There's a lot of good teams in the Colonial. Most of the games, I think, are going to be close, and there's going to be a lot of good games in the Colonial Conference.
Sean, good working with you. Look forward to working with you more this season. Final score again, Woodbury 14, West Effort 8. Colonial Conference opening debut victory for the Thundering Herd. For Sean Leary, I'm Bob Schreier. Thanks for watching on Comcast.